This is the best combination of ChatGPT with YouTube, which allows you to create monetizable content in any language without shooting clips, with over $3,000 in revenue using only free artificial intelligence-based services. Here's one US channel that creates incredibly simple Stoicism-style videos. Uses generated images with artificial voice and earns about $4,000 monthly. And now I'm going to show you how to create even more interesting videos in 10 minutes. The first thing to do is to enter the ChatGPT room. I'll leave all the links in the description. So in order to get a good story, we need to schedule ChatGPT a detailed request with lots of details. For example, "Hi, I run a motivational YouTube channel on the topic of Stoicism self-development. Now I am planning to create a new video for the channel on the topic of how to get rid of laziness, procrastination, get rid of bad habits and addictions, such as social media, fast food, video games, alcohol, etc. In this video, I want to apply the wisdom of the Stoics to combat these addictions. I want to divide the entire story into 5 parts. Each part will have 5,000 characters. Also, each part will have its own table of contents. Write me a plot for this video using the following structure. And further, I describe to him the structure I want to see in my story. If ChatGPT gives less characters than you requested from him, then just ask him to describe each part in more detail with examples and real tips. After that, reread the entire plot that ChatGPT came up with and correct the points you don't like. I do not recommend relying entirely on ChatGPT in writing a text. Next, go to the service Leonardo.ai, where we will generate pictures according to our plot. Now we have 150 coins available for generation. Next, in the left menu, select Image Generation and go to the workspace with various settings. In the upper right corner, we select Legacy Mod. In order to generate spectacular, juicy images, we need to set certain settings. In the left menu, select the number of generated pictures. Photoreal is turned off and Alchemy must be turned on. Go down, choose the aspect ratio of 16:9 and turn on the lock. Now pull the slider to the right all the way down. These settings will help us to get the best possible quality and detail pictures. Next, we move on to the description of our image. Remember, to get the perfect result, you need to write detailed requests and constantly refine them. You can pause and copy my query to get a similar result. Next, be sure to select the albedo-based style in the dynamic preset. Now just click Generate, and after a few seconds we get this spectacular result. Keep generating until we have collected the required number of images for our video. By the way now, Leonardo.ai has very favorable tariff plans, and when you make your first videos, you will be able to buy a favorable tariff plan for your needs. Next, please note that the channel we took as an example has a very boring animation, so now we will add dynamics to our pictures to get a beautiful 3D animation. Go to the Immersity AI service and register. After registration, you can get 100 coins or 2 exports in high quality. Load our image into this window and choose one of the many 3D animations. And you can also choose the strength and duration of the animation. To do this, go below and open Amount of Motion. The higher the percentage, the deeper your image will move. Next, choose the duration of the animation in the Animation Length setting. If you want your picture to loop, choose Loop in the Animation Style section. Now click Export, choose the MP4 format in 4K quality, and download the result. I recommend doing this with all your pictures. We can also go to the Daily Stoic channel and borrow a couple of beautiful fragments. The author of this channel creates videos with animated 3D characters in the style of Stoicism. If we take 3 fragments up to 7 seconds long and overlay our own voiceover on these fragments, there will be no copyright infringement. Now we need to turn our text story into a voice. Go to the 11 Labs service and register. Now you have access to 10,000 characters for voiceover. I remind you that all the links are in the description. Insert our text into this window, choose a suitable voice, and click Generate Speech. I will use my shortened text for the example, and also after each sentence I will add a triplet to create dramatic pauses. Generate and download the finished voice. So all we have left to do is find copyright-free background music. The Pixabay service will help us in this. Go to the section with music and click on the search icon to open the filter settings. Here you can select music by genre, mood, movement, duration, and theme. Pay attention to music with a Content ID icon. To use it, you will need to upload a license from the Pixabay site to your Creative Studio. Read more about this, or just use any other music without this icon. The last step left, edit our video in the free program CapCut. We add all of our footage into this window. Transfer our music and voice over to the timeline. Next, I adjust the voice track to match the music. At this point, the music has a dynamic transition, and I want it to start right after my voice track ends. After that, we trim off the excess track and move our music and voice track to the beginning of the timeline. Now we transfer our photo and video snippets to the timeline. If you need to make a fragment shorter, just pull the edge of the fragment to the left side. Next, we'll adjust all the other snippets to match the length of the voiceover. Then I'll add the rest of the pictures after the dynamic transition and also adjust their durations to match the music beats. And the extra section of music at the end will be trimmed and removed. I'll also adjust the volume of the music so that it doesn't interrupt our voice. Now let's go into the transitions section. There are many categories here, so I recommend trying them all out to choose the one that works best for you. For example, I'm going to add glitch, blocks. Also, you can customize each transition by duration. Longer transitions are made when we have a calm rhythm of the video, and fast transitions when the rhythm is dynamic. You can also add different effects to your fragments to make them even more dynamic. There are a lot of effects here, so also try them out to find the most suitable one. All that's left for us is to add subtitles. Go to the text section and select Automatic Subtitles. Select the language English and click Create. The first thing we do is to choose a suitable template for our subtitles. I chose the classic white with a smooth appearance. Then we go to the Basics section and customize the text in more detail. We change the size, font, color, and so on. When everything is ready, we click on the Export button, write the name of the project, and choose where we save our file. Click the checkbox on video and choose the resolution. We can leave the rest to my liking. Well, let's look at our result.
If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes the sacrifice. You never lose your strength. Sometimes you just forget you have them. Choose your pain. The pain of discipline, or the pain of regret.
It turned out just gorgeous result, and the most important thing is that even a beginner can repeat it. Friends, if you like this format of videos, where we connect YouTube with neural networks, put a like, write a comment, and subscribe to the channel. See you soon.